You're in the game. Do your thing.
Sure. Shapar, which Isupk Harlem Sabbath, Shapar, which means horn. The horn.
I've never attempted to blow the horn before.
Got it.
I'll let you try.
No, you.
Okay. This is my first attempt.
Yeah, got it. If it doesn't work, okay. No sign, Chris. All right. Yayan, which means one.
Bayashala, which means to Israel.
Shapar again, which is horn. You got it. You ever played the clarinet?
No.
Any brass instrument?
No,
It's about
puckering my lips. I tried.
vibrating. You have to vibrate. Basically, what you do is you vibrate. This is for everybody. When you play any brass instrument, that's a clarinet, trombone. The long one, well, that's the trombone. The big one you put around your gut, right? All of those are what they call brass instruments, or they did when I was a kid. They might have changed it. Brass instruments, basically the way they work scientifically speaking, it is usually some piece of metal, like brass, which is why the instrument family is named such. The concept is with your lips, pause, you vibrate the metal, the vibrations in the metal, like similar to how this horn works. The vibration inside the metal or the horn reverberates through, going out, making a cohesive sound. Okay, that's how brass instruments work, and that's how horns work. You have to vibrate your lips. Okay. And with that, shucks. Salaki, bear with me 1 second. Got to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. I imagine which means to send, Sawapanya Hakodam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa, Bashamayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodashaya,
Kodashaya,
Shamka,
Shumka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Lakutka,
Alakuzga,
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Batazaka,
Batazaka,
Haya,
Kaya,
Aisha, Ba'arataza,
Baruza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Haya,
Kaya,
Bashamayim,
Bashamayim,
Lathan,
Latan,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Lakam,
Lakam,
Kal,
Kal,
Yawam,
Yawa,
Basalak Lanawa,
Wasalakuna,
Kawawath Nawa,
Kawatna,
Kazalak Nawa,
Kasalakna,
Kawawath Yanawa,
Kawathina,
Wala'ah,
Wala,
Tabaya Nawa,
Tabiayana,
Banasayawan,
Bana Sayawa,
Abal,
About
Awashai Nawa,
Hoshana,
Mayan,
Maya,
Rai,
Ra,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwa,
Amalakwa,
Baha'ala,
Mahala,
Bahatha Paharath,
Hatapara,
La'aiwa Lamyam,
I love you.
Aman,
In the English, all of them on Salaki, our Father,
our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom
thy
come,
will be done
thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors,
And lead us not
and lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Saw, which means to turn. I imagine, which means to be seated. We started 42 and 16.
Genesis chapter 42, verse 16. Shalakawa, Makam, Akkad, Wayakwak, Af, Akyakam, Wa'atham, Ha'asar Wa, Waya Bakanwa, Jabaryakam, Ha'amath, Athakam, Wa'am, La'a, Kaya, Para'aya, Kaya, Maragalyam, Atham. Verse 17. Wayasap, Atham, Al, Mashamar, Shalasha, Yum Yum. Verse 18. Waya Amar, Alaham, Yawasap, Bayawam, Ashal, Yashya, Za'af, Aishawa, Wakayawa, Af, Ha'alahayam, Anya, Yara'ah. Verse 19. Kanyam, Atham, Akyakam, Akkad, Ya'asar, Babayath, Mashamarakam, Wa'atham, Lakawa, Habayawa, Shabar, Raibwan, Bathyakam. Verse 20. Wa'ath, Akyakam, Hakwatan, Hakwatan.
You was here last week with a shot? Because he did the service alone. Because I think this is what we did. I did the last time.
Okay, well maybe, was I here last week? Oh no, you know what? I did the test last week when I was here.
Yeah,
They also
this is
tested.
last week.
Okay, so then we'll start
We'll
here.
start at
This
21.
one,
We'll start at
43
21.
verse 20 then.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought something was off. I'm like, wait, but we should have.
Yeah, I was here.
Slaki, yeah.
Okay.
That's our mistake.
Alright, so we're starting at Genesis chapter 43 verse 20.
Well, 21 because you would have did 20.
This would have been the start point.
Oh,
I counted just these, so this would have been the start point.
okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I understand what you mean.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then the next one will be 27.
Okay.
All right. That's all, please. All right. Genesis chapter 43, verse 20. Wayamarwa, Baya, Adunya, Yarad, Yaradanwa, Bathakala, La Shabar, Akal. Verse 21. Wayahaya, Kaya, Ba'anwa, Al, Hamalawan, Wanapath, Ka, Af, Abath Kath, Yanwa, Wahana, Kasap, Ayash, Bapaya,
Amath Kathwa, Kasapanwa, Bamashakalwa, Wanashab, Athwa, Bayadanwa. Verse 22. Wakasap, Akar, Haradanwa, Bayadanwa, Bashabar, Akal, La'a, Yada'ainwa, Maya, Sham, Kasapanwa, Ba'amath, Kath, Yanwa. Verse 23. Waya Amar, Shalawam, Lakam, Al, Dayarawah, Alahayakam, Wa Alahaya, Abayakam, Nathan, Lakam, Matamwan, Ba'amath, Kath Yakam, Kasapakam, Ba'a, Alya, Wayawa Taza'a, Alaham, Ah, Shabaiwan. Verse 24. Wayaba'a, Ha'ayash, Ath, Ha'anashyam, Wayatha, Yawasap, Wayathan, Mayam, Wayaraka Tazawa, Ragal Yaham, Wayathan, Lasapawa, Lakamar Yaham. Verse 25. Wayakayanwa, Ath, Hamakan, Aid, Bawa'a, Yawasa, Bataza, Haryam, Kaya, Shama'aiwa, Kaya, Sham, Ya'akalwa, Lakam. Verse 26. Wayaba'a, Yawasa, Habayatha, Wayaba'a, Ya'awa, Lawa, Ath, Hamanakah, Ashar, Bayadam, Habayatha, Wayashatha, Kawawa, Lawa, Arataza. To the English, Genesis chapter 43, verse 27.
No, you started 43 and 20.
Genesis chapter 43 and 20. And said, O sir, we came indeed down at the first time to buy food. Verse 21. And it came to pass, when we came to the inn, that we opened our sacks, and behold, every man's money was in the mouth of his sack, our money in full weight, and we have brought it again in our hand. Verse 22. And other money have we brought down in our hands to buy food. We cannot tell who put our money in our sacks. Verse 23. And he said, Peace be to you, fear not, your God and the God of your father hath given you treasure in your sacks. I had your money. And he brought Simeon out unto them. Verse 24. And the man brought the men into Joseph's house, and gave them water, and they washed their feet, and he gave their asses provender. Verse 25. And they made ready the present against Joseph came at noon, for they heard that they should eat bread there. Verse 26, and when Joseph came home, they brought him the present which was in their hand into the house, and bowed themselves to him to the earth.
So now you're seeing the prophecy being fulfilled that Joseph had as a young boy, as a teenager. Right? Now his brothers are bowing to him. So I got the next set. I'll take it. 26, right?
27.
I'll start at 27. Okay. Okay. Waya sha'al laham la shalom. Waya amar ha shalom. Abba Yakam, Kazakan, Ashar, Amartha, Wad Noah, Kaya, 28, Waya Amarwa, Shalom, La Ibadka, La Abba Yanawa, Wad Noah, Kaya, Waya Quadwa, Waya Shatakwa, 29, Waya Sha'ah, Ayan Yawa, Wayara, Af, Ban Yamyan, Ak Yawa, Bud, Amawa, Waya Amar, Salak, Hazar, Ak Yakab, Ha, Quatan, Ashar, Amartha, Alaya, Waya Amar ala Hayam, Wakanka Banya 30, Waya Mahar, Yawasak Kaya La Kamar Rakam Yawa Al Ak Yawa, Waya Bakwash, La Bakawaf, Waya Ba'a, Ha Kadara, Waya Bak, Shema, 31. Waya Rakataza, Panyawa, Waya Taza'a, Waya Ta'apata, Waya Ta'apak, Waya Amar, Shayamwa, Lakar, 32. Waya Shayamwa, Lawa, Labadwa, Wa Laham, Labadam, Wa Labatazarium, Ha Akalium, Aqua, Badam, Kaya La Yawa Kalwan, Ha Batazarium, La Akal, Ha Ibarium, Lakam, Kaya Dawa Aiba, Hawa'a, La Batazarium, 33. Okay, good. Waya Shabal Wa'al, Waya Shabwa, La Pandya Habakar, Kaba Karathwa, Waha Taza'ayar, Ka Taza'ayrathwa, Waya Tamahwa, Ha Alash Ya Ayash Al Ra'ila. That's the last one, right?
Genesis chapter 43, verse 27. And he asked them of their welfare and said, Is your father well, the old man of whom you spake? Is he yet alive? Verse 28. And they answered, Thy servant our father is in good health. He is yet alive. And they bowed down their heads and made obeisance. Verse 29. And he lifted up his eyes and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son, and said, Is this your younger brother, of whom you spake unto me? And he said, God be gracious unto thee, my son. Verse 30. And Joseph made haste, for his bowels did yearn upon his brother, and he sought where to weep. And he entered into his chamber, and wept there. Verse 31. And he washed his face, and went out, and refrained himself, and said, Set on bread. Verse 32. And they set on for him by himself and for them by themselves, and for the Egyptians, which did eat with him by themselves, because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews.
What?
The Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews.
We keep reading.
For that is an abomination.
A what?
An abomination.
Yeah, there's a white only section in Egypt.
Yep.
That always existed. There was a white only section in Egypt. Where do you think they get that concept from?
Exactly. Yep.
General Hyman was just breaking it down. The symbol of the Space Force is Pharaoh.
Yep. Yeah. That was something. Class on Thursday. Yeah.
Like, understand, out of all the symbols on Earth, y'all really could have chose Darth Vader. Y'all could have. This is the U.S. government we're talking about. Y'all could have paid Paramount right now for the rights for the symbol to the Star Trek Enterprise.
Yep. Anything but a pharaoh.
Right. Y'all specifically said no, Pharaoh. What does that have anything to do with the Space Force?
Exactly. Yeah. That's what Pharaoh wanted back then. He wanted to rule the heavens.
Right. He thought he was the son of the sun.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Egyptians really think they are the sons of their deities.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay? We were now, let me get a bit of it so we're clear. We're a race of shepherds, meaning we spend most of our time in the fields. They're a race of homosexuals who like to spend their time being, what's the perfect word to say this? Overly cleanly. Meaning what? What do I primarily mean? They don't have beards. The Egyptians didn't wear beards because you had to be shaven faced for your god Horus, in case he wanted to kiss you.
Exactly.
That's literally what they believed. How do I say this without, what's it called? Homosexuals are overly clean. We're a bunch of dirty shepherds.
Exactly.
That's the abomination.
Just like little boys have no hair either.
Right, that too. But that's why, traditionally speaking, when you go into history and see all the Egyptians shaved face, that's because their god somehow wants female-looking men.
And they be clean for their pagan lives.
Right,
That's where the lines come from. So that's what God put that in the law.
right.
Going around the corners of your hip. You look like
Right.
a wax doll or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's their culture.
Right. Keep going.
For that is an abomination unto the Egyptians. Verse 33. And they sat before him.
Now stop. Something I recently found out, I'm not exactly sure the name off the top of my head. It's recently come about we always knew this was a fact. The water. We always knew this was a fact. Just being black men. But there is, sir, did you know there's a term? Like, we call them snow bunnies, but Esau has a derogatory term for snow bunnies. And we may not be aware of this, some of us are, but Esau understands a lot of times it's teenage rebellion. And that goes into the term that they use for them. Because a lot of times they understand you're having sex with this black man to make your parents angry.
Exactly.
And they literally have coined a term. It's an old term. This term is more than likely older than me, at least. When a white woman goes to black man, we call you this. You're considered a traitor. Read that again. It is considered
an abomination unto the Egyptians.
Keep going.
Verse 33.
Stop. An abomination. Yeah, you come around us. You are no longer allowed around them. Has Tina turned to marry the white man after, what's it called?
I believe she did.
She did?
I think she
Well, that's one. They didn't allow us to keep one. Usually they don't. Yeah, no. Keep going.
Verse 33. And they sat before him, the firstborn, according to his birthright, and the youngest according to his youth. And the men marveled one at another.
That's the end of it?
Okay.
Can I keep going?
Hebrew?
Yeah.
Genesis chapter 43, verse 34. Vayasha'ah, Basha'af, Ma'af, Panyam, Alaham, Watharab, Masha'af, Banyaman, Mamasha'af, Kalam, Kamash, Yarawaf, Wayashafwa, Wayashakarwa, Aimwa. Genesis chapter 44, verse 1. Wayatazawa, Af, Ashar, Il, Bayathwa, La'amar, Bala'ah, Af, Amathakaf, Ha Anashiam, Akal, Ka'ashar, Yawakalwan, Sha'af, Washayam, Kasap, Ayash, Bapya, Amatha Kathwa. Verse 2. Wa'af, Gabayaiya, Gabayai, Hakasap, Dashayam, Bapaya, Amath Kaf, Hakotan, Wa'af, Kasap, Shabarwa, Waya Aisha, Kadabar, Yawasap, Ashar, Dabar. Verse 3. Habakwar, Awar, Wahanashyam.
Salakia. Officer Yatazar is calling me.
Oh.
Answer that.
Salakia.
No.
I got, Salakia, don't answer. I got it.
Waha Anashyam, Shalakwa, Hama'a, Wakamar Yaham. Verse 4. Ham, Yatazawa, Af, Ha'ayar, La'a, Harak Yakwahwa, Wa Yawasap, Amar, La Amar, Il, Bayathwa, Kwawam, Radap, Akarya, Ha'anashyam, Wahasha Gatham, Wa Amarath, Alaham, Lama, Shalamatham, Ra'aya, Zakaf, Tawabah. Verse 5. Halawa'ah, Za, Ashar, Yashatha, Adunya, Bawa, Wahawa'ah, Nakash, Yanakash, Bawa, Haraitham, Ashar, Ashayatham. Verse 6. Wayashagam, Wayadabar, Alaham, Af, Hadabaryam, Ha'ala. Genesis chapter 43, verse 34 in the English. And he took and sent message unto them from before him, But Benjamin's mess was 5 times so much as any of theirs, and they drank and were merry with him.
Now, I don't understand how they didn't realize, but he sat them all in birth order and then gave the little brother the biggest portion. Well, maybe he's being nice because he dragged them all the way out here. I guess. Keep going.
Genesis chapter 44, verse 1. And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, fill the men's sacks with food, as much as they can carry, and put every man's money in his sack's mouth. Verse 2. And put my cup, the silver cup, in the sack's mouth of the youngest, and his corn money. And he did according to the word that Joseph has spoken. Verse 3. As soon as the morning was light, the men were sent away, they and their asses. Verse 4. And when they were gone out of the city, and not yet far off, Joseph said unto his steward, up, follow after the men. And when thou dost overtake them, say unto them, wherefore have ye rewarded evil for good? Verse 5. Is not this in which my Lord drinketh, and whereby indeed he divineth? Ye have done evil in so doing. Verse 6. And he overtook them, and he spake unto them the same words.
Okay. That's it.
Genesis chapter 44, verse 7. Waya amarwa, alayawa, lama, yadabar, adunya, karabarya, ha'ala, kal yala, la'ibadiyaka, la'aisha wath, kadabar, Hazah. Verse 8. Han, Kasap, Ashar, Bataza'anwa, Bapaya, Amatha, Kath, Yanawa, Hasha, Yabanwa, Alayaka, Ma'arataza, Kana'aim, Wa'ayaka, Naganab, Mabayath, Adanyaka, Kasap, Awa, Sahab. Verse 9. Ashar, Yamataza'ah, Athwa, Ma'ibadiyaka, Wamath, Wagam, Anakanwa, Nahaya, La'adanya, La'ibadyam. Verse 10. Wayamar, Gam, Aitha, Kadabaryakam, Han, Hawa'a, Ashar, Yamataza'ah, Athwa, Yahaya, Laya, Ibad, Wa'atham, Tahayawa, Nakwayam. Verse 11. Wayamahar wa, Waya Waradwa, Ayash, Ath, Amath, Kathwa, Arataza, Wayapathakwa, Ayash, Amath Kathwa. Verse 12. Wayakapash, Bagarawal, Hakal, Wabakotan, Kala, Wayama Taza'a, Hagaba Ya'ai, Ba'amath Kath, Ban Yaman. Verse 13. Wayakwata Raiwa. Shamalatham. Waya Amas. Ayash. Ail. Kamarwa. Wayashabawa. Ha'ai Yara. Genesis chapter 44, verse 7 in the English. And they said unto him, Wherefore saith my Lord these words? God forbid that thy servants should do according to this thing. Verse 8, Behold the money which we found in our sacks' mouths, we brought again unto thee out of the land of Canaan. How then should we steal out of thy Lord's house silver or gold? Verse 9.
We didn't rob you the last time, and we found the money that we didn't. The last time we didn't pay, we sent the money back, but you're saying we're thieves now. Keep going.
Verse 9. With whomsoever of thy servants it be found, both let him die, and we also will be my Lord's bondmen. Verse 10. And he said, Now also let it be according unto your words. He with whom it is found shall be my servant, and ye shall be blameless. Verse 11. Then they speedily took down every man his sack to the ground, and opened every man his sack. Verse 12. And he searched, and began at the eldest, and left at the youngest, and the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. Verse 13. Then they rent their clothes, and laded every man his ass, and returned to the city.
I'll take the next step. 21, right? Well, yeah.
44, verse 14, sir.
Yeah, I know. I know for 21. I mean.
Up to 21.
Yeah. All right. Waya ba'a Yahawada wa akyawa bayatha Yawasab wa hawa'a Iwad Nawa Sham wa Yapawa La Panyawa Arataza. 15. Wa ya Amar Laham Yawasab Ma Hama Aisha Haza Ashar Aisha Yatham Hala'a wa Yadai Thum Kaya Nakam Nakash Ya Nakash Ayash Ashar Hazar Ashar Aisha Yatham Halawa Yadai Thum Kaya Nakash Ya Nakash Ayan Ashar Kamanya. 16. Waya Amar Yahawada Ma La Amar La Adanya Ma Na Dabar Wa Ma Na Tazatada Kwa Ha Alahayam Mataza I one I Badyaka Hananwa I Badya La Adanya Gab Anak Nawa Gab Ashar Namataza Ha Gabai Bayadwa. 17. Waya Amar Kalayala Laya Ma'aisha Wath Saf Ha Ayash Ashar La Mataza'a Ha Gabayai Bayadwa Hawa'a Yahaya Laya Ibad Wa Athaf Alwa La Shalawam Al Abayakam. 18. Waya Gash Ala Yawa Yahawada Waya Amar Baya Adanya Yadabar Na'a Ibadka Dabar Baazanya Adanya Wa'al Yakar Apka, Ba'ibadka, Kaya, Kamawaka, Kaparai. 19. Adanya, Sha'al, Af, Ibadua, La'amar, Hayash, Lakam, Abba, Awa, Ak. 20. Wa Na'amar, Al Adanya, Yash, Lanawa, Abba, Zakwan, Wa Yalan, Zakwanya, Quatan, Wa Akiyawa, Math, Wa Yawatar, Hawa, Labadwa, La'amar, La'amawa, Wa Abayawa, Akabwa. That was the last verse, right? Yeah, coach.
Genesis chapter 44, verse 14. And Judah and his brethren came to Joseph's house, for he was yet there, and they fell before him on the ground. Verse 15. And Joseph said unto them, What deed is this that ye have done? Wot ye not that such a man as I can certainly divine? Verse 16. And Judah said, What shall we say unto my Lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God hath found out the iniquity of thy servants. Behold, we are my Lord's servants, both we and he also with whom the cup is found. Verse 17. And he said, God forbid that I should do so, but the man in whose hand the cup is found, he shall be my servant. And as for you, get you up in peace unto your father. Verse 18.
Meaning what? I'm not taking all of y'all as servants. Only the man who's guilty of the crime is going as a servant. The rest of y'all go back home to your dad. Right? Keep going.
Verse 18. Then Judah came near unto him and said, O my Lord, let thy servant, I pray thee, speak a word in my Lord's ears, and let not thine anger burn against thy servant, for thou art even as Pharaoh. Verse 19. My Lord asked his servant, saying, Have ye a father or a brother? Verse 20. And we said unto my Lord, We have a father, an old man, and a child of his old age, a little one, and his brother is dead, and he alone is left of his mother, and his father loveth him.
That's the end? How many sets we got left? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last set is yours. So start at 21.
How many more rounds they have to go?
That was the last set.
Do we do sets of 6 or 7?
7.
So this will be from there to there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually 2 more that go.
So what?
That was a starting point.
Oh, okay, right. So that's
Set
the first
1,
set, second
2,
set, third
3,
set, fourth, fifth set,
6 set.
sixth set. Okay,
So we have 2 more to go.
all right.
You want me to take this one?
Yeah, you can take it.
Okay.
Genesis chapter 44, verse 21. Wata Amar, Al, Ibadaka, Haradawa, Al Ya, Waash Yama, Ayanya, Al Yawa. Verse 22. Wana Amar, Al, Adunya, La'ah, Yawakal, Hanair, La'izab, Af,
What?
No, I thought you
Abayawa, Wa'izab, Af, Abayawa, Wamath, Verse 23. Watha Amar, Al, Ibadyaka, La'a, Yarad, Akyakam, Hakotan, Afkam, La'a, Dasapawan, Lara'awath, Panya. Verse 24. Wayahaya, Kaya, Al Yanwa, Al, Ibadka, Abaya, Wanagad, Lawa, Ah, Dabarya, Adunya. Verse 25. Waya Amar, Abayanwa, Shabawa, Shabarwa, Wanawa, Ma'ait, Akal. Verse 26. Wana Amar, La'a, Nawakal, Laradath, Yash, Akyanwa, Hakotan, Athanwa, Wayaradanwa, Kaya, La'a, Nawakal, Larawath, Panya, Ayash, Wa'ak, Yanwa, Hakotan, Ayannawa, Athanwa. Verse 27. Waya Amar, Ibadka, Abaya, Alayanwa, Atham, Yada Itham, Kaya, Shanyam, Yalada, Laya, Ashakya. Genesis chapter 44, verse 21 in the English. And thou saidst unto thy servants, bring him down unto me, that I may set mine eyes upon him. Verse 22. And he said unto my Lord, the lad cannot leave his father, for if he should leave his father would die. Verse 23. And thou saidst unto thy servants, except your youngest brother come down with you, ye shall see my face no more. Verse 24. And it came to pass, when you came up unto thy servant my father, we told him the words of my Lord. Verse 25. And our father said, go again and buy us a little food. Verse 26. And we said, we cannot go down, if our youngest brother be with us. Then will we go down. For we may not see the man's face, except our youngest brother be with us. Verse 27. And thy servant my father said unto us, ye know that my wife bare me 2 sons.
Roger?
God.
Should I read the last one?
Huh?
Should I read the last verse, sir?
Read the last verse, go ahead.
Come. Genesis chapter 44, verse 28 in the Hebrew.
It's the last round?
Come.
Okay, go ahead.
Wayataza'ah ha'akad ma'athya wa'amar akah tarap wala'ah ra'ayathyawa Id hana. Verse 29. Walakwaha tham gam ath za ma'ain panya wakarahawa asawan wahawa radatham ath shayabathya bara'aya sha'ala. Verse 30. Wa'aitha kaba'aya al ibadka abaya Wahana'ir, Ayannawa, Athunwa, Warapashwa, Kwashawa Ra, Banapashwa. Verse 31. Wahaya, Kara'a, Wathwa, Kaya, Ayan, Hana'ir, Wamath, Wahawar, Yadawa, Ibad Yaka, Ath, Shayabath, Ibadka, Abayan Noah, Bayaga 1, Sha'al. Verse 32. Kaya, Ibadka, Irab, Ath, Hana'ir, La'aim, Abaya, La'amar, La'a, Abaya Noah, Alayaka, Wa Kata'athya, La'abaya, Kal, Hayam. Verse 33. Wa'itha, Yashab, Na'a, Ibadka, Bakath, Hana'ir, Ibad, La'adanya, Wahana'ir, Ya'il, Ain, Akyawa. Verse 34. Kaya, Ayaka, Ayla, Al, Abaya, Wahana'ir, Ayan Nawa, Ahya, Pan, Ara'a, Bara'ai, Ashar, Yamataza'a, Abaya. That should be it.
God. English.
Khan. Genesis chapter 44, verse 28. And the one went out from me, and I said, surely he is torn in pieces, and I saw him not since. Verse 29. And if you take this also from me, and mischief befall him, ye shall bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. Verse 30. Now therefore, when I come to thy servant my father, and the lad be not with us, seeing that his life is bound up in the lad's life.
Now stop. Understand. They're using lad here. The Hebrew don't use lad. I gotta go back to Jim Hyman because he used it. That's a whole other story. Hebrew uses baby.
Who? Benjamin?
For Benjamin.
Yeah.
The Hebrew keeps using the Na'ir. Na'ir is baby. Yeah, if I come back and the baby's not with me, this is a 20-something-year-old man.
Yeah.
Benjamin, if you do the math right, would be in somewhere in his 20s. If the baby's not with me, reiterating, this is my father's baby. You see a 25-year-old, I see the baby. I ain't gonna kill his older brother. That was the favorite. And you want me to kill the baby next? This is the baby. That's how he's looked at in the family. You are the baby. You will always be the baby brother. Care how many when you have grandkids, you are still the baby brother.
Yeah.
Right? Understand, there was an incident hundreds of years into the future. Everybody mobbed on Benjamin and treated him like the baby brother to the point where he acted out. Don't tell me how to run my citizens. Did you not just hear tell the homosexuals we need you to deal with that? No sweat. No sweat, baby brother. We're going to show you what happens. You remember that situation? Yeah. I'm not going home without the baby. That's what Judah said. Dad left me in charge. I put my life, my literal life, my children's life Judah left and said, yo, take my kids if something happens to Benjamin. I gotta die and my kids gotta die. That ain't happening. Yeah, I'll stay here. That boy gotta go home though. That's literally what Judah had to say. Remember, and it's from Judah. The Bible is very particular. Why do you think it gave a random story about Judah and Tamar? To let you know, yo, my son, I'll give you my son. Your son died, I'll give you my son. He already lost two. He ain't trying to lose no more. I will gladly sit in this jail cell and serve you wine all day, master. Just that little boy got to go home now. I'm sorry. That was the end of the verse? Oh, yeah, keep going.
Verse 32. For thy servant became surety for the lad unto my father, saying,
Thy servant became, my life is insurance of his return. If I return without him, my father is literally, that's not a joke or a saying around here. My father is literally going to expect me to cut my own head off. Keep going.
If I bring him not unto thee, then I shall bear the blame to my father forever. Verse 33. Now therefore I pray thee, let thy servant abide instead of the lad, a bondman to my Lord, and let the lad go up with his brethren. Verse 34. For how shall I go up to my father, and the lad be not with me, lest peradventure I see the evil that shall come on my father.
That's the last verse?
Okay.
Yeah. And here's the sad part. He's not even worried about his own life. My father will have a heart attack. My father will have a heart attack. I come back without this boy.
Kill him. Yeah, kill him.
Right. He spent the last 30 years in mourning. Oh, 1 second. You want me to tell him we just lost another? And with that, so here, I imagine up here. Shapar, which means horn.
Shapar, which means horn.
That's good. Most High and Christ. Yayan, which means one. I'll try not to give you too much.
You think it'd be hard?
Oh. Alright. I like this goblet.
Looks very nice.
That kind.
Layashala, which means to Israel.
Most High and Christ. Alright. Shapar again. Which means horn.
Shapar, which means horn.
Right.
Doing all prayers?
Nah. That's good.
There we go. Practice.
This is the sound you want to make with your lips. Like I said, you are vibrating. Exactly. Yes. Now, no, you're getting it. Now you see how it started to vibrate and what's it called?
Right.
The thing about this, when you're dealing with an actual traditional horn, the holding is a bit different. So sometimes you kind of gotta position it to make sure that the sound gets right. But when you what I'm gonna do is probably I'm gonna look. We found one, but it's not good for this specific horn. Get a mouthpiece, an actual trombone piece or whatever that they put. You know that metal piece, because it's a rare circle. You can put it in there and it gives the sound. You can just blow into that. And,
Really?
Yeah, right. We had one, but the one we had did not fit inside this hole. Okay. So you gotta find one that fits inside the hole and we'll do that whole thing. But God, I imagine which means to stand. We're gonna turn and face the east. I will upon your hakadam, which means turn and face the east. Gonna do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash,
Kodash,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Malakwika,
Malakwika,
Laba'a,
Laba'a,
Batazaka,
Batazaka,
Aya,
Aya,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'arataza,
Ba'arataza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Aya,
Aya,
Bashamaya,
Bashamaya,
Nathan,
Nathan,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Lakam,
Lakam,
Kal,
Kal,
Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalaklanawa,
hey,
Kawawathanawa,
Kawakinawa,
Kasalaklanawa,
Kasalakinawa,
Kawawathanawa,
Kawakinawa,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Tabaya'anawa,
Tabaya'anawa,
Wanasaya one,
Wanasaya one,
Abal,
Above,
Awashinawa,
Awashinawa,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Amalakwa,
Amalakwa,
Waha'ala,
Waha'ala,
Wahata Pa'ara, La'aiwalam Yam, Aman.
Aman.
In the English, our Father,
Our Father,
which you art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
Thy will be done
on earth,
in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts,
Forgive us our
as
debts.
we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Sovereign return. Individual, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Individual, I imagine Shabbat. I imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatam.
Yajim Matah. Hands down. Dismiss.
Just click end screen, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's roll off him.
Well, I got to do something for, obviously, y'all just